Now, Miranda, I've got to show you some hilarious footage that has been revealed of the fake Oval Office that President Biden used during his term. The stage set up in an auditorium in the Eisenhower Executive Office Building. Well, it basically confirms everything we kind of thought about what was going on about Joe Biden and that he was fine. Meanwhile, his whole presidency was basically shot in this kind of Truman Show movie studio. What do you make of it?
Yes, well, I mean, look, we knew that that was a fake Oval Office, and I guess now that we've been, or some reporters have been allowed to go and check it out, it's pretty clear why it was like that, because it was a sort of an easy set with a huge teleprompter that Joe Biden could squint at and try to read. I guess that was the reason for it. His entire first election campaign and then his presidency was like the Truman Show. It was fake. Although I noticed lately people are sort of letting him off the hook and saying, oh, you know, he signed everything with an auto pen, so obviously his staff were really running the country. I don't think that's correct. And I've spoken to people who were in meetings with him and just observed him. He had good days and he had bad days. He had good hours and he had bad hours. But he was well and truly running the agenda when he had his sort of cognitive periods when he was sort of full steam ahead maybe, or half the steam ahead, sort of vaguely compos mentis. And you could see him when he did the State of the Union, he did a few press conferences. When he was on, he was the old Joe Biden, who is just a really repellent character, very dishonest, corrupt, and just a pathological liar, and really a malevolent character who demonized the other side. He didn't just treat his political opponents as opponents. He really viciously hated them and tried to sick half the country into hating them. And he really was a very divisive president. So I think he was fully aware of what he was doing. He was fully aware that he was pardoning Hunter Biden and his whole family and a whole bunch of really rancid killers. And he was also, he was listened to by his generals, by his cabinet members. For instance, with the pullout from Afghanistan, that was such a disaster.
Completely.
He was the one running the show there. They listened to him with disastrous consequences.
And Miranda, finally, before I let you go, I've got to ask you about the story that Hunter Biden is out